Hello friends, welcome back to the Project Pathshala YouTube channel. I hope you are doing great and have seen my previous videos where we have successfully created an OTP verification based login screen. If you haven't seen yet, then click the link above or find the link in the description. Now let's see the demo of our login system again, and then I will explain you the problem which we can encounter while using the app. Let's see the demo. Enter a valid mobile number and then click on get OTP. Enter the OTP and click on verify OTP, and we have successfully logged in and redirected to the dashboard activity. Now we will close the app and then open it again. Now here you can see instead of the dashboard screen, login screen is visible, and again we need to log in with the phone number. But you know that we are already logged in. It means that this is a problem in our app, and therefore the solution of this problem is the topic of our today's video, which is shared preferences. Now a shared preferences is a way in which one can store and retrieve small amount of primitive data like string, integer, float, boolean, etc. as key value pairs on the device. And because we can store the data on device storage, we can retrieve it anytime if we close the app and then open it again. Now let's see how we can use shared preferences to solve our problem of revisiting the login screen even after successful user login. So without wasting the time, let's start the video. The root cause behind revisiting the login screen lies in this main activity, where we created the code for pre-splash screen. Inside this onCreate method, you can see the handler here. The handler helps us to schedule the task execution at specified time in future. That's why we use this handler for creating pre-splash screen. Now in this handler we use the post delayed method. This post delay method helps us to provide delay before executing some task, and this post delay requires two parameters. The first is the logic which we want to execute after some delay, and second is the amount of delay which we required. We give the delay in milliseconds, so we have given 3000 milliseconds. It means that we have given a delay of 3 seconds. So when this 3-second delay completes, this run method will get called, and the logic part inside this run method will get executed. So whenever we open the app, it takes the delay of 3 seconds to execute this logic part. Inside this logic part, we have created an intent which will redirect the user from this main activity to login activity. But now we don't want this. We want that when the user is not logged in, then only the user must redirect to login screen. Otherwise, when the user is logged in, he must be redirected to the dashboard activity screen. For that, we will create a shared preference here. Shared preference equal to get shared preference. Inside this get shared preference, we will pass the name of this shared preference. We will give the name login, then we have to pass the mode. So mode will be mode private, and then we will create a boolean variable here which will store the true and false value from the shared preference. Boolean check equals to preferences dot get boolean. Now this get boolean method will get a boolean value from this reference object which we have created here in key value pair. First we will provide a key and we will give the key name flag, and then we will set here the default value. If there is no value in this preference object, then the default value should be false. Now we can get any values from this preference like string, integer, float, etc. But we are getting the boolean value only because we want that when this check variable is false, then the user must redirect to the login activity, and if this check value gets true, then the user gets redirected to the dashboard activity. So for that, here we will create another intent for dashboard activity also. Intent I dashboard equal to new intent, and here we will pass the current activity which is main activity dot this, and the second parameter will be dashboard activity dot class. Now here we will set an if condition which will check that if this check variable is true or false. So if check dot equals true, it means that if this check variable is true, then we will set an intent here which will redirect it to the dashboard activity, and will give an else condition also when this check variable is false, and here we will set intent for redirecting to the login activity. So here you can see that we have written here check dot equals true. Instead of doing this, we can just do it like this, if check, because the check is a boolean variable, then if check means that if the check is true, and if you want to check the false condition here, then before the check variable we will apply not. For now we want to check the true condition, so if check, it means that if check is true, then we will give here start activity and pass the intent for dashboard. If the check is true, then user should redirect to the dashboard activity, else the user should redirect it to login activity. We will remove this from here. Now instead of creating these two lines here, we can directly pass this here also. And both will give the same result. You can do as per your understanding. Now here you can see that we are only getting the boolean value and not setting the boolean value anywhere, and the default value is false only. So whenever the user comes to this pre-splash screen, he will always get this default value false, and he will always be redirected to the login activity screen only. So to avoid this, we need to set this value to true when the user is successfully logged in. And we know that the user login process completes in OTP verification activity. So let's go to OTP verification activity and set the boolean value to true here. Scroll down. We know that inside the sign in with auth credential function, when this task dot is successful condition becomes true, then only the user login process will get complete. So that's why we will set our shared preference value to true here only. So now create a shared preference here. Here we will give the same name that we have given in the previous activity. To give the name, I will copy the name to avoid any error from this main activity, and then I will paste it here, and I will set the mode to mode private. Now to change the boolean value, we need to create a shared preference editor. Shared preferences dot editor equals to preferences dot edit. Now with the help of this editor, we will change the boolean value. Editor dot put boolean. Now this put boolean method will help us to set the value to true. Give the semicolon, and inside this bracket we will pass the key which we have given previously in get boolean method. So we will copy the same key from this main activity and paste it here, and then we will set the value to true here. We will use editor dot apply method to apply these changes. Now just like this put boolean method, we can set another values also. Editor dot, here you can see put string, put float, put int, put long method, where we can set other values also like string, integer, float, etc. So we'll learn all this method in the coming videos. For now we will only use this put boolean method as per our requirement. Now that we have set this flag value to true here in the main activity, this check variable will no longer give the default false value after successful user login, but instead it will now give the true value and can also redirect it to this dashboard activity screen without revisiting the login screen. Now before we run the project and see the output, I want to explain you put extra and get extra method which we have used in the previous video, but I haven't explained them properly in that video. So we have used this put extra method in the login activity. When this on code send method get executed, here we have used the put extra method. With the help of this put extra method, we can send the data from one activity to other activity. But like shared preferences, the data cannot be stored on device storage, and the data will get vanished once we close the app. Hence this method is only useful for sharing the temporary data to other activity. Now to use this put extra method, some intent is necessary, just like we have this OTP intent here, and we must use this put extra method before this start activity. Now you see the string inside this put extra brackets This string is called key, and the key is useful to retrieve the data in the next activity. And you can give any name to this key, but giving the name related to data is preferred for understanding purpose. The other parameter inside this bracket is called the value, and the value is the data which we want to send to the next activity. And this data can be anything like string, integer, boolean, float, etc. So this is how we send the data to the next activity, and now let's see how to retrieve it. For that we will go to OTP verification activity. Here you can see that we have retrieved the data of the previous activity. To retrieve the data we use getIntent, and with the help of this getIntent we can retrieve any data. Here you can see various types of methods to retrieve the data. The getStringExtra method retrieves the string data. The getInt method retrieves the integer data. GetBooleanExtra method retrieves the boolean data, and so on. We have numerous methods here to retrieve different types of data. Here we have retrieved the string data which we have passed from the previous activity. Now inside the bracket of this getStringExtra method we need to pass the key which we have given in the putExtra method of previous activity. Now instead of writing the key manually here, copying the key from the previous activity and then paste it here is preferred, because if any word from small letter becomes to capital letter, it will not be able to retrieve the data from the previous putExtra method. That's why copying the key name from the previous activity and then paste it to the current activity is preferred. So this is how we use putExtra and getExtra method. Now let's run the project and see the output. I will connect the physical device to run my application, and the physical device will appear here, and my device is connected. Now let's run the app. Now before we run the app, go to dashboard activity XML file, and here give the background to white and give a text view. With the name of dashboard activity. Here we will change the layout to linear layout. Give the gravity center, and now we will run our app. Here we will give the mobile number. Click on get OTP. Now here we will enter the OTP and click on verify OTP. Here you can see that we have successfully logged in and redirected to the dashboard activity. Now we will close this app and we will again try to open it, and we will see that after press splash screen if it redirect us to login activity or to dashboard activity. So here you can see that after press splash screen we have redirected to the dashboard activity instead of login activity, because we have logged in successfully. So this is how shared preference helps us to store the data, and we can use that stored data to perform such tasks.